I am Brix Andre K. Marco and I will be your presenter today. I chose this Servqual model because it identifies key differences in managerial perception of service quality and tasks associated with customer service delivery, which is the most important aspect that a company must have to measure customer satisfaction and whether they meet their needs and wants or not. The model serves as the basis for determining whether a company or organization's quality of service should be improved or maintained. Brief background. The Service Quality Model or Servqual model was developed and implemented by the American marketing gurus Valerie Zeta-Mill, A. Parasuraman, and Leonard Berry in 1988. It is a method to capture and measure the service quality experienced by customers. Initially emphasized was on the development of quality system in the field of product quality. Over time, it became more and more important to improve the quality of related services. Improved service quality could give organizations a competitive edge. In addition, service in general became more important, and as a result, the Servqual model had a serious impact in the 80s. Back then, measuring service was abstract and not easily quantifiable. The Servqual model is primarily qualitative analysis. If a satisfaction survey mainly depends on the transaction between supplier and buyer, the observed quality is measured through generic environmental factors. Main thought of the theory. Servqual is a multi-dimensional research instrument designed to capture consumers' expectation and perception of a service along 5 dimensions that are believed to represent service quality. Servqual is built on the expectancy disconfirmation paradigm, which, in simple terms, means that service quality is understood as the extent to which consumers' pre-consumption expectations of quality are confirmed or disconfirmed by their actual perception of the service experience. Servqual was originally measured on 10 aspects of service quality: reliability, responsive, competence, access, courtesy, communication, credibility, security, understanding the customers, and tangibles, to measure the gap between customers' expectation and experience. The first aspect is reliability. The ability to reproduce the same level of service again and again. Example given is feedback regarding student progress always given, our message always passed on. Second is responsiveness. The speed with which queries are dealt. Example given are letter replied to by return or post. Or does it take a month? Is feedback on assignment given within a week in time for student to assimilate the information, or does not feedback come too late after the examination has been taken? Third is competence. The actual technical expertise of the service provider. Example given is the doctor really qualified to perform heart surgery? Does the financial advisor have sufficient knowledge of all the relevant tax regulations? Access. How easy is it to reach the service provider, geographically or by phone? Example are there car parking facilities close to the solicitor's office? Does it always take 5 attempts to get the solicitor on the phone? Courtesy. The attitude of the service provider and manner adopted by the server. Example is the receptionist friendly, helpful and polite. Does the doctor treat the patient as an inferior being? Communication. The clarity and understandability of the information given to the client. Example is, does the doctor take the time to explain in terms the patient can understand what is going to happen to next? Does the solicitor explain clearly what the legal jargon means? Credibility. The trustworthy of the service provider. Example, does the newspaper reporter report all the facts or only those which support his or her argument? Does the financial advisor present all the options or only those which earn him or her the most commission? Security. The physical safety of the customers or privacy of client information. Example given are the medical records of patient kept confidential. Are the stand in the football ground strong enough to support the weight of all the supporters? Understanding the customers. How well the provider of the service understand the client's needs? Example given, does the bank recognize that most clients cannot get to the bank in working hours? Are the minors positioned in the hotel bathrooms which allows guests to see the back of their hair? Tangible. The physical appearance of the facilities, staff, buildings, etc. Sample given is, does the equipment appear modern? How clean is the waitress apron? 5 dimensions of service quality. Number 1 is reliability. Reliability is an essential dimension of Servqual model that confirms the capacity to provide service exactly on time and credibility. Consistency is a critical factor for providing assistance or product to the customers on time with error-free conditions. You have to respect the commitment to give your service on time accurately as you promise to them. For example, the organization is sending mail to the customers every day on time. Number 2 is assurance. Assurance means creating the trust and credibility for the customers. It depends on the employee's technical knowledge, practical communication skills, courtesy, credibility, competency, and professionalism. Therefore, this skill will help the organization to gain customers' trust and credibility. The assurance dimension combines 4 factors. For example, competence, courtesy, credibility, and security. Firstly, competence means having the requisite skill and knowledge. Courtesy refers to the politeness, respect, consideration, and friendliness of contact staff. Credibility is the trustworthiness, believability, and honesty of the staff. Finally, security means freedom from danger, risk, or doubt. Example of assurance dimension. The employee is showing respect and being polite to the customers while servicing them. 3 is tangibles. Tangibles represent the physical facilities, employees, appearance, equipment, machines, and information system. It focuses on facilitating material and physical facilities. For example, the organization maintains a clean environment and staff follows the appropriate dress code. Number 4 is empathy. Empathy means focusing on the customers attentively to ensure caring and distinguishing service. It is an essential attitude in some countries in the world to serve every customer individually. It is also a great process to satisfy customers psychologically and increase confidence, trust, and loyalty. The company might lose its customers due to lack of empathy inside employees. Therefore, they need to ensure compassion. Additionally, empathy is a combination of the following factors: access, physical and social. For example, approachable and ease of contact. Communication, for assistance, keeping customers informed in a language they understand and listening to them. Understanding the customers, making an effort to get know customers and their specific needs. For example, they are an active listener when customers are speaking and recognize regularly customers by name. Last is responsiveness. Responsiveness refers to the eagerness to assist customers with respect and provide quick service to satisfy. This dimension focuses on the two essential factors, including willingness and promptness. So, you have to ensure that the customers is getting their service quickly without delay and make the customers feel that you are very interested in helping them. Responsiveness will be defined by the length of the time when customers wait for the answer or solution. In short, responsiveness solves the customer's problem as soon as possible by providing expected information or placing product. Example of the responsiveness dimension. The employee keeps no customers in waiting serial and replacement the product quickly before finishing the promise period. 5 gaps of service quality. First is knowledge gap. The knowledge gap refers to the difference between the company's perception of what the customers expect from the industry and exact expectation of the customers. This gap can grow if management doesn't focus on the customer's expectation truly. There are many reasons that can increase the knowledge gap. For example, not focusing on what customers expect, lack of upward communication, insufficient market analysis, less focus on relationship, failure to understand customers' complaints, lack of interaction between management and customers. Example of knowledge gap. The user of Netflix want to see the upcoming movie trailers on the website. So, Netflix would suffer this gap if it did not provide the upcoming movie. Second is policy gap. The policy gap is the difference between management perception of the customer's needs and the translation of those perceptions into service delivery policies and standards. This gap occurs because of the similarity of what the customer wants and what the management provide for the customers. There are many reasons that can grow the policy gap. First of all, the insufficient commitment to service quality. Additionally, lack of task standardization. Moreover, lack of goal setting. Further, shortness of customer service standards. Also, inadequately described service levels. Finally, failure to continually update the service level standard. Example of policy gap. Netflix will suffer the policy gap if it uploads the upcoming movie trailer after releasing the movie. People want to watch the movie trailer before releasing the movie. Number 3 is delivery gap. The delivery gap is the dissimilarity between the standard of the service delivery policies of the company and the actual delivery of the service. This problem may occur because the communication gap, poor technology, and inappropriate supervisory on production in the industry. This gap occurs because of many reasons in the industry. For example, firstly, lack of teamwork to deliver service or product. Secondly, the lack of knowledge of the employee about the product or service. Thirdly, insufficient human resources. In addition, the service performance gap. Further, the role ambiguity and role conflict. Unsure of what your remit is and how it fits with others. Moreover, the poor employee or technology fit the wrong person or system for the job. Also, the inappropriate supervisory control or lack of perceived control, too much or not too little control. Example of delivery gap. Netflix may experience this gap if it uploads the lower video quality movie. Or is communication gap. The communication gap refers to the gap between what the company advertises about the products and what exactly the customers get delivered. It occurs when the company cannot provide service or product according to the commitment. It is very important dimensions because it may lead to customers' disappointment. This communication gap occurs between many reasons in the industry, including overcommitment, lack of integration between communication and production department, inadequate communications between the advertising teams and the operation department. Number 5. Customers gap. The customers gap is the difference between customers' perception of the experience and customers' expectation of the service. Many organizations are not conscious of this gap. Therefore, they are losing a big number of customers overnight. Significance of the theory. The most important role of service quality is to influence client satisfaction. In service quality has a significant and beneficial impact on customer satisfaction and consumer satisfaction loyalty. Furthermore, it can influence customers' intent to repurchase. As a result, companies must assess consumers' perception of service quality in order to provide better service and develop their company in today's competitive economy. Despite the fact that there is no broad consensus on a single model for measuring service. During decades of research, some efficient models of quality perception have been proposed by researchers. In research in this field, some generic and particular models were proposed. However, they all have their advantage and disadvantage, own benefits and drawbacks in recent years. The majority of researchers have come to conclude the service quality is multidimensional.